took first loss of the season. It was obviously a great game, crazy finish. Just what takeaways do you have from that game as you head back into GNAC play this week?
The great game, great game. Takeaway for me is there are no moral victories, but experiential growth opportunities, and that's one of those experiential growth opportunities that we have to take away from. We're down 2 scores, playing against was arguably a great program, and our kids just come out of the corner, keep swinging, and we're up. And so, we can play. It's a good football team that we have here. Our kids match physicality, punch for punch, if not, I think even more so. We were a pretty physical group, but I think where you're looking at now, the number one thing we have to clean up is the turnovers. When you have to turn the ball over 5 times, it's pretty difficult to win. So it's we got to get rid of this deficit that we are creating for ourselves. And so we talked about that. We talked about what we got to do as a coaching staff, how we got to change practices, what we have to adapt to, because it's different. A blown assignment here or there, kind of liken it to like dropping the milk, carrying the groceries in. Okay, well, you can drop the milk and it'll make it, right? Difference is you fumble the ball. It's like you drop the baby where you're trying to hold the milk. When you're dropping the baby, it's like that's not okay. Okay, and so we have to take care of this football, and it's all about the ball. It's a crazy game. Get this ball across this goal line, you get points. Get it through an upright, you get points. Well, you got to have a ball in your hand to get it through. So if we can take care of the football, we got a much better chance of winning a football game.
And then what did you like to see about each of the different units, offensively, defensive, special teams? I mean, that was a pretty physical team you played that's now playing up a level, has always been a Division II power. What did you learn about each of those groups?
Well, you learn that you're playing an FCS school, but you're not. You didn't get outspeed. There wasn't an outspeed. So we have the speed to keep up with run and run with them. I think defensively, I like the fact that we shut the run down. I mean, their average plays, they're averaging under 4 yards a carry, which you got to be able to stop the runs. They did a very good job that way. I thought we matched very well by taking away any big strike plays or limiting it really to 2. And offensively, I really liked how we could score. I mean, we really can score, and so we got an offense that could be really good. You got T. Wills continue to grow and develop into the quarterback we think he's going to be, and we're pretty sure he's going to be. But you saw also that the wide receiving core across the board. These guys are all weapons. But what I really got to do, hats off, just the offensive line, because that was an amazing defensive line they played against. I mean, thick, fast, really explosive, and they had their hands full, but they did a good job of staying with it the whole game. And when it came down to it, they found a way to move the football, found a way to get those scores, get us in a place to say, hey, we're up by 1 point. Special teams wise, we I think flat out we outmatched them physically, special teams wise, the way our kids played, and I was really excited about that when you watch the tape. Just and that's. But it comes down to that last special team opportunity that we've got to find a way to block a field goal. And so across the board, you can say, here are these factors that we need to clean up, and we have to, because it's going to be long. There's a lot of football left, and we got some great teams coming in. Speaking of, with after the few weeks coming out, there's not a week off that you're going to have some easy teams. I mean, this is tough. It's GNAC football, so we have to clean these things up, and we will. And that's the thing. I think our attitude of our football team is they're disappointed, but they're hungry to get on to the next opportunity. They're hungry to grow. The sideline, never once did anybody doubt. That's what you want, and that's the sign of a team that can be really good. And I think when we were down 2 scores, the defense made the adjustments. Like, hey, the offense will figure it out, and we'll figure it out, and we'll keep playing. So.
After a tough week, obviously, against an unfamiliar opponent, you're moving back into conference play.
Yeah.
So what will your week of preparation look like, and what are you just telling your guys?
Well, you're telling them, number one, to get over this last week. And you can't have any residuals. Disappointment can't last. It's got to be over. Whether it was victory or disappointment, either way, you got to move on. And the team we're playing this week don't care. They want to play football, and so. So you got to learn everything. Go through our process, and once again, Our preparation is going to be a function of our culture. We don't care. It's about who we're playing. It's how we play. So we've got a lot of work to do with the film study. I thought that North Alabama created some things that we want to be able to say, okay, you see how you block this or how you cover this, and that's good. Throughout the whole season, you've got to be a constant student of the game, and you also got to be that growth mindset where you're a constant learner. And if you can have that, you got a chance to be really good. At least maximize whatever your potential is. We don't want to leave any potential on the table. So Humboldt State's coming into town this week, and I think that obviously they got a hard hand dealt to them earlier before the season started. But DeMero Wheeler's their head football coach, and he's got them motivated. He's got them playing. You can watch all the tape, and you're seeing there's still an enthusiasm on the sideline. And their guys like to play football as much as my guys like to play football. So this Saturday night we got a football game. Let's go do it.
What do you know about Humboldt State? What they bring to the table? What are some of the weapons that you're looking to slow down?
Well, I think you got guys on defense that are running hard and playing fast. That's always the number one thing you want to look at. They're doing that, and I think offensively, as they're trying to find their identity and trying to find where their legs are, and you can see them mixing and matching different schemes. They're trying to figure out what they can do well. But I thought this last game, Andrew Tingstead, their quarterback, showed me that he has vision for the field. He can extend plays. And that seems to be the name of the game in college now. It's like, do you have a quarterback that can stem play with his legs? And I think Andrew does a good job of that. You're looking at a team that, they have playmakers. They have guys that can compete. And so once again, it comes back to us. How do we improve our game? How do we clean up what we can do? And the maturity of our group, I think, is there, where they're just focused on how do we get better. And that's got to be your focus.
Next 2 weeks are both at home, and then
Yes.
there's 3 more home games left, and each of them I think gives a special opportunity to recognize different groups. The last one's homecoming. Next week against Central Washington, you have ESPN3 and the 20-year reunion of the '98 national championship team. But this week is Coach DeCure, MD, and I just wanted to give you a chance to talk about that program, what it means to you.
Yeah.
Why do you want to participate in this year after year?
Yeah, I'm excited because you know me, Joe. Is that I'm a big supporter of the Coach Cure, and what happens with you'll see this patch is worn by college coaches across the nation, and what Coach Cure is an effort to make awareness for Duchenne disease. It's a rare genetic disorder that happens about 1 out of 5,000 young men, and those 1 in 5,000 young men, unfortunately, have this disease that attacks their own muscles. And so what football is about is you take a game that's all about building muscle and strength and speed, we're hoping to bring awareness that here's a young man that his muscles are being deteriorated, and slowly over time they're going to be limited for their mobility, and then obviously, unfortunately, with the lack of research right now, it's a fatal disease. So it takes money, plain and simple. It takes money. You have to give money to research this stuff. I think a lot of people are like, hey, why don't we have a cure for this yet? Why don't we have a cure for that? And the more I understand, with just the research industry, frankly, it just needs money. And we spend a lot of money out there on some things that we don't really need. But this week we're trying to say, hey, if you could text to the Coach to Cure, I think let me get the actual. I think it's text. What is it? It's text 10. Joe, let me remind me of that. I don't want to miss this opportunity.
Definitely.
It's. Oh, here. Thank you very much. What you want to do is you want to text the word cure to 50555. Once again, text the word cure to 50555 and make a donation of $10. And you think about it, $10, that's taking 2 people to Starbucks. All right, and it's one less lunch, whatever it may be, and just creating that money and creating those resources so we can do more research for these young people, and they deserve it. And we, in this silly game of football, which it's a great opportunity to impact and change lives, and we need to use our platform that God's given us to make awareness of this unfortunate disease out there.
And you've been lucky enough. We've been able to bring a young boy on campus to all of these games that we've been participating in this program, and Ryan Gomez is coming back. He's been
Yeah.
here before. What are some of your favorite things about bringing these young men onto campus and introducing them to your?
Yeah, my man Ryan's amazing, and it's great having him in the locker room, pregame speeches that he gives, just to see him there, and just the team being able to tap him on the way out, having Ryan go out for the coin flip. It's amazing, and we want to give Ryan a chance to experience something that, unfortunately, right now there's no cure, so he won't be able to experience. He won't be able to play football, and that's what it is. So we want him to be a part of this team. We want him to be able to experience what it's like going out to that coin flip, and that's a real privilege that people can overlook really every day. And so hopefully we get more people donating to Coach the Cure Remedy, and we can find a cure for this disease.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you very much.